Guys, so today I'm going to talk about my situation with moving in and finding an apartment and why I decided to move during this COVID pandemic. Okay, so let's talk about why I decided to move during the pandemic. So my school is an art school, and so because it's an art school, we can't really do art online, and so they decided to open up the facilities and kind of just like open campus for the art classes while taking precautions at the same time, and having like a mix of like online classes where you can when it's like English and history and those kinds of classes, and like being able to do art in person. So originally I was gonna fly back to Chicago, well, like here in Chicago, and take classes because well, like I'm halfway through and I was like, I might as well just like finish as soon as I can and graduate, because I don't really want to put a pause on things. I feel like that's gonna be really hard for me to like stay motivated and keep going. And also like I just felt like it'd be easier to do art like where I'm going to school as opposed to like doing art at home with my family, and just like it being, I don't know, it just feels weird to do art there. Like I feel like I'm being judged by my family. But anyways, so me, Mia, and Audrey were gonna live in the dorms. We were gonna live in the 162 dorms and be in a triple. But then SAIC decides to cancel all the triple rooms because there's like too many people, and like COVID, you want to like social distance, which doesn't really make sense to me because a triple is only like one more person than a double, and they're still doing doubles, and there's gonna be like still a lot of people in the dorms. So my choices at that point were either get a double with either like Mia or Audrey and like figure out what would happen to like the three of us, or move off campus. And so we decided to move off campus because, one, like the dorms, there's like a lot of people and we don't really know most of the people, and I feel like that was my laptop, and I feel like it's kind of hard to like, even with precautions, it's kind of hard to social distance and things like that when there's only like two elevators and there's still like security, and you just never know, like you can't be too sure, because like if we move off campus it would just be the three of us and maybe like a few other people in the complex, or like if it's like a house or something. What's going on upstairs? So we decided to do that. It would also be cheaper because the doubles are more expensive than the triples, and they got rid of the triples, and some people choose triples because they're cheaper and they don't have that kind of money. So we were like, yeah, it's so expensive to do a double, and if the school closes down again, then we're gonna get kicked out and we don't know what to do, and I'd rather like find like a permanent place to live that's cheaper too. So we decided to do that. So we have to figure out where to live, and I was back in California when this was all happening, and I can't just like fly to Chicago without a place to live and then find a place to live. So we had to find a place to live online, and that was kind of hard. We did a lot of like virtual tours where it's like 3D, and it was kind of weird, where like the people we emailed would just send us videos and things like that of the places they were renting out. We also sent Geo to go check out a few of the places in person, and I think that one was probably like a better option. Like if you are trying to find a place to live and you have to do it online, I would try and send a friend if you can to go. So we like made this whole spreadsheet and this chart to stay organized, and it was based on location because we wanted to find a place like close enough to the school, not like not more than 30 minutes away with transit, because especially we had to think about winter when it snows. It's gonna be so hard to like walk to the train station if we're that far away. So we kept a chart, like a Google spreadsheet of like all the places, how much it costs, the room amount, the bathroom amount, if utilities are included. So we ended up finding a place. Yeah, it was pretty stressful because we had like a week to find a place to live, because most places started renting like August 1st, and the school like notified us about like the dorm situation like a week before that. And we also, because we're students, we didn't really have credit, so we had to have co-signers and like have our parents help us and things like that. And then once we did finally find a place, paying utilities and setting them up were like really weirdly complicated. Like I called to set up the electricity, and then it turns out like I didn't have like an online account, and I was like, wait, what? Because I thought I made an account, but they were like, no, it's separate online, and I was just like, what the heck? Okay. And then the electricity also had this thing called like budget billing, which was super confusing. But we figured that out. And and then we thought we needed to pay for gas, but then the landlord people were like, no, you just have electricity. And I was like, oh, okay, then why did you tell us we had to pay for gas? They're like, oh, well, your place was just renovated, so you don't need gas. And I was like super confused. But I guess we don't need gas, so that's good. And then we just had a whole lot of struggles moving in. I'm very sweaty, and that's what's happening. I start school next week. We'll see how that goes. I also forgot to mention that the place we ended up picking doesn't have air conditioning, and I'm like sweating, and I have a fan which like gets the job done. There's like 2 big fans in the main rooms, but there's no like AC unit, which I guess is fine because they have heating for the winter, which is really good. I don't want to die. And also there was like some confusion with the laundry, because when the guy was showing Mia, who actually went to check out this apartment, when he was showing her around, he like opened a closet, I guess, and thought the laundry would be in there, but there was no laundry unit. And he was like, yeah, I guess you'll have to go to a laundromat, or there'll be a new one put in, because they were doing renovations. And Mia was like, okay. And so we got this place because it was like the best one that we've seen, because we saw some sketchy places who were also like, it was weird. They were kind of mean. Anyway, so we decided to get this place because it was like the best. It was the closest to the train stop. And so we move in, and then it turns out there's laundry in the basement, but it's kind of sketchy. And the guy emailed back, was like, yeah, you don't have laundry, you have to go to laundromat. But we were like, what about the place downstairs? So I guess we have laundry downstairs, which is good. Yeah. Okay, so that was like me rambling for like 5 minutes, but that's my situation and what we did. And go check out my move-in vlog. It's very chaotic. Thanks for watching. Bye.